Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Automation Tech Guru. Today I'm going to start a new video series for a REST API test automation framework using RestSharp, SpecFlow and C#.NET. In this video we will see the introduction of the RestSharp, SpecFlow and NUnit. We will also see the SpecFlow key features and project setup with the installation. So let's start. So agenda of the video is introduction of the RestSharp, SpecFlow and unit and SpecFlow key features, and also we will see the project setup and installation. So introduction of RestSharp, simple REST and HTTP API client for .NET. So RestSharp is a comprehensive open source HTTP client library that works with all kind of .NET technologies. It can be used to build robust application by making it easy to interface with public APIs and quickly access data without the complexity of dealing with raw HTTP requests. We will use the RestSharp library in our RESTful API testing. Asynchronous request handling is a key requirement for development on the Microsoft platform. RestSharp support both asynchronous as well as the synchronous requests. The RESTsharp also allow configuring different part of HTTP call request, which provides a greater flexibility to developers to customize and test. However, it does not support API calls over HTTP2. It also supports inbuilt serialization and deserialization and various authentication methods. Overall, RESTsharp is a constantly updated open source library which provides an easy way to test .NET-based applications. Introduction of SpecFlow, the free and open source BDD framework for .NET. SpecFlow is an open source testing framework hosted on GitHub. It supports behavior design development BDD practices in .NET. It uses Gherkin syntax to write the test cases, and we use Cucumber extension for syntax highlighting as well as the basic snippets support. SpecFlow is a test automation solution for .NET built upon a PDD paradigm. Use SpecFlow to define, manage, and automatically execute human-readable acceptance tests in .NET projects, Full Framework, and .NET Core. Use SpecFlow to define, manage, and automatically execute human-readable acceptance tests in .NET projects. Writing easily understandable tests in Gherkin language is a cornerstone of the BDD paradigm and also helps build up a living documentation of your system. These tests are then tied to your application code using so-called binding, allowing you to execute the test using the testing framework of your choice. You can also execute your test using SpecFlow's own dedicated test runner like SpecFlow Plus Runner. Introduction of NUnit. NUnit is the most popular unit test framework for .NET. NUnit, NUnit is a unit testing framework for all .NET languages, initially ported from JUnit. The current production release is version 3 and higher, has been completely rewritten with many new features and support for a wide range of .NET platform. It can run on Mac OS, Linux, and Windows operating systems. NUnit can be used for a wide range of testing from unit testing with TDD to full-fledged system and integration testing. It is a non-opinionated, broad, and deep framework with multiple different ways to assert that your code behave as expected. Many aspects of an unit can be extended to suit your specific purpose. SpecFlow key features. SpecFlow is a test automation tool for .NET project that has several key features, including it completely integrated with Visual Studio and utilized VS IDE capabilities. It gives complete VS debugger support, which helps in setting the breakpoints on given when then lines in feature files and step through their execution. SpecFlow supports step definitions in any .NET language. SpecFlow features files comply with an NUnit test assembly. It can be used by as an NUnit compatible test runner or existing CI infrastructure to run the specification with no additional configuration. Gherkin syntax. SpecFlow uses Gherkin syntax which supports over 70 languages to promote collaboration and communication. It provides a common language for defining software behavior even for non-technical stakeholders. Data-driven testing. SpecFlow supports data-driven testing using the scenario outline and example section. Feature files. Feature files are an essential part of SpecFlow, serving as both automation test scripts and live documents. IntelliSense is SpecFlow offers IntelliSense auto compilation of keywords and steps when integrated with Visual Studio. Human readable acceptance tests. SpecFlow allows user to define, manage, and automatically execute human readable acceptance tests. Natural language test cases. User can write test cases using their natural languages. Bindings. User can tie test to application code using bindings. Testing framework. Users can execute tests using the testing framework of their choice. Project setup and installation. So first we will set up the Visual Studio, and to do that we need to go to the visualstudio.com and go to the download and then complete the installation of Visual Studio 2022 on your Windows machine. So let's go to the Visual Studio. So this is the website where you can go to the visualstudio.microsoft.com downloads, and you can see here this is a Visual Studio latest is 2022, the most comprehensive IDE for .NET and C# developer on Windows for building web cloud desktop, mobile app services and games. So you can see there are three different versions available for your use. One is community version, that will be a powerful IDE free for student, open source contributor, individuals. So that will be a free download you can use and run your test cases or your development for the .NET Visual Studio 2022. Professional and enterprise are a paid version, so you can have a 1 month free trial for both. After that it will be expire, or you need to buy or purchase from this website. So if you want to install the community or any other uh, .NET version, so you can just click on the free download. If you click on this, it will go to the option and it will start downloading. If you see, it's saying that it is setting up the download. So let's just wait for the this exe file to be downloaded. It's already there on my machine, but still we can wait for it. So now you can see this is already done. So when just you need to double click on it, so it will start the Visual Studio installer, and it will ask for the permission. So uh, you just need to click on the continue because it's already installed on my machine, so I'm not sure it will allow me to do anything, but let's see. So now you can see it is coming to the Visual Studio installer. Since it is already installed on my machine, so you can see update available for the Visual Studio Community 2002 updated version 17 point, download size 7 GB, and progress not started. If I want to update it, it will allow me to update this one. Otherwise, you can get the installation option in this area. If you close this, you can see here this is saying that update available, modify, launch, or update. So if you are installing first time, you will get the install option instead of the update. So I just since I already installed this, so I just close this one, and now go back to the presentation. Okay, now what next? So creating an automation test projects in Visual Studio. For this, we need to launch the Visual Studio, then click for the create a new project, search for the SpecFlow project, add the project name, location, and solution name, and click create, and select the .NET framework, test framework. So let's go to the Visual Studio. So search for the Visual Studio. Yeah, this is already installed, so you can open it. So if you are using first time, you will see this whole page in the Visual Studio 2022. You will get all the projects. If you already installed it or you already used the .NET projects, you will all the projects are listed here, and you can see there are four options. Create clone a repository if you want to create any repo from GitHub or any Azure DevOps. Open a project or solution if you already have a project, or if you want to open the project, you can go from this option. Open a new folder, local folder, or create a new project. So we will click on the create a new project. So once you click on the new project creation, you will get the all the templates which is available for the Visual Studio.NET. So if we need to create a SpecFlow project, so we can search here a SpecFlow. So you can see, and you already you can also have the option for the Visual Studio or C Sharp, right? So this is for the C Sharp only. You can see the SpecFlow project, a project template for creating executable specification with SpecFlow. You can choose from the different .NET framework. So it is a C Sharp, Windows, Linux, Mac OS, or test. So just select this one and go to the next one. So here you can have the project name. So we will give the REST API automation test. This will be the name, and you can give the location wherever you want to install sorry create a project repository for this project. You can select the location. I'm just putting the C drive. And also if you want to change the name, so you can change for the name of the solution, or if you want to replace in different locations, so you can change the name. And if you select this checkbox, it's saying that place solution and project in the same directory, so it will not make any conflict uh, going forward. Now after this you just need to click on create. So once you click on create, you will see the two options, framework and test framework. So there is an option for the .NET framework, so you can have multiple .NET framework available. So .NET Core 2.1, 3.1, or .NET 5, .NET 6, that is the latest one. And some of the projects are working .NET 4.8 or 4.6, right? So you can select your own, but latest one is .NET 6.0. And for the test framework, you have three options: NUnit, XUnit, or MS Test. So mostly we are working with the .NET, so NUnit is a preferable test framework for any project or any testing project for the .NET. So once that is done, you can just click on create. So now it will create a project for you, and this will be the SpecFlow project. So now you can see here project creation successful, and if you go to this, you can see the solution name is the same, the project name is REST API automation test. Then you can have the dependencies. So this package, it is actually restoring the packages, that's why it's showing like this. So you can see I just explained the packages, which packages is coming with the SpecFlow project. So you can see Fluent Assertion, Microsoft.NET Test SDK, NUnit 3 test adapter, SpecFlow.NUnit, and SpecFlow plus living doc plugin. So if you create any simple .NET project, then you need to install these all the DLLs one by one using the NuGet packages. Since it is a project, a SpecFlow project, so by default it is installed. If you want to install these all the DLLs or all the packages, you need to create click on right click on this, and if you right click on this and go to the manage NuGet packages, and then you need to search from here one by one all the packages which you want to install. If you are not creating a SpecFlow project, if you are creating a SpecFlow project, all the packages by default installed. But if you are using a simple .NET test project or unit test project, then you need to search all the required these packages, and you need to install one by one my own. So this is done. Now go to the next. So next is installing the Visual Studio extension. Yes, so when you create a SpecFlow project, you need to install a extension. Then only you will see the feature files and all the setting all the settings or features from the feature file. So how to do that? You need to go to the click tool and go to the extension and update, and in the extension and update window, click on the online section. Then you need to search for the SpecFlow and download SpecFlow for the Visual Studio. So when you click on this, it will ask for the close your Visual Studio if it is already opened, and then it will install the Visual Studio to get the installer window to appear. And after that you can modify, or you can just agree to the terms and condition, and then click on the install the extension, and then you need to open a Visual Studio and reload the automation project again. So let's go. So what I can do, you need to go to the tools, and after going to extension, and you can click on the manage extensions. You can see the online option here. So what you need to search, you need to search the SpecFlow. It's already, since see, this is the extension which you need to install. So SpecFlow dot for Visual Studio 2022. So it's already installed. If you see, this extension is already installed. If it is not installed, you just need to click on it and then click on the install. Once when you click on the install, it will ask for the close the Visual Studio and then open the Visual Studio installer, and then you need to proceed with the installation. Once the installation is done, you can reopen the project, and then the extension installed with with your project or with your Visual Studio, and you can again go to the extension and check it is installed or not. So next is NUnit packages. So what NUnit packages is required for this project? That is NUnit test adapter. And what are the SpecFlow packages is required? So that is packages SpecFlow assist dynamic, SpecFlow dot and unit. Since this is a SpecFlow project itself, so no need to install these NUnit or SpecFlow packages. So as I said, it is already installed. You can see here, this is the NUnit, this is the adapter, this is the SpecFlow NUnit, and this is the plugin. So already all these are the projects already packages already installed. Now what next? Now you need to install the RestSharp, because we are going to create a API automation framework, right? So we need a RestSharp client. So what you need to do, you need to just click on solution and right click on solution and go to the manage packages for the solution or for the project. So if you need to search for the rest sharp, so you can see this is the first option, by .NET Foundation and contribution, and you can just click on it, and you can see which project you need to install. So we are installing for the solution. It's saying that not installed. If it is installed, you don't need to install again, and you can also check the version, which version you want to use. So I will go to the latest one. I will select the project name and I will click on the install. So you can see the installation here. So you can see the writing access to execute an action. So it is installed, right? It is finished, and now you can go to the again you can go to the packages, and you can see this RestSharp is installed. And with this you can see how some more DLLs are added, but we need a RestSharp in this, so it's already installed. Now next, search for the RestSharp and manage NuGet package and select the RestSharp and install the latest version. So in this video we have seen the introduction of the RestSharp, then SpecFlow, then NUnit. We also seen the SpecFlow key features, and also I shared all the project setup and installation, how we can do all the packages installation, starting from the Visual Studio till the RestSharp. So in next video we will continue with the other features. So I hope you like my videos. Please like, share, and comments, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.